Hey everybody, so I hope you can hear me because I'm working by the laser cutter as I'm doing this and the fan's very loud. I'm just showing you how to set up a quote project. The dimensions are actually kind of up to you a little bit, but something I want to tell you is the maximum width or height you can get. The actual bed of the machine is no bigger than 24 by 12 inches. So as long as you stay within those parameters, you're fine. And I anticipate most of you are going to make something much smaller. And you can obviously change your dimensions later. But like, for example, if I decide to make this, I don't know, a height of maybe a little bit under 12. So I'm going to keep it, I guess, at 11. Maybe I'll make my width 8. So 8 by 11, that's fine. So I've automatically decided I'm going to have a very vertical composition. So how to get started? Well, hopefully by now you've sketched out an idea or two or 14 that you want to use. And it might be simple just to start thinking about placement of text. I'm going to grab this lovely cursor and I'm thinking of a text like, your hands are your most valuable tools. The problem with the way I type that out is if I want to break this into words, that's going to be kind of complicated. So I'm going to actually come back and I'm going to type in your, and then hands. I think you get the idea. Just make these indifferent. Are your most valuable tools. Okay. So that's just getting you started. One of the requirements of this project, if I just go back and show you some exemplars here for a second, I'm going to click on the quote positive negative, is I want you to incorporate imagery into your design. So when you look at this piece, for example, like it's not just words. You can see that sometimes the words are cut out, sometimes there's imagery added, a cup of tea, a bell, whatever. I'll show you some student exemplars here as well. I want you to think about putting some things like that in the piece. There we are. So there you go. Okay. Use Pathfinder, use the pen tool, but obviously think about how to make this awesome. All right, I love this one. Look at that. Positive and negative space. Check out that light bulb. Love it. So how do you pursue this? Well, once you have obviously all your words plotted out a little bit, I'm going to delete this up here. You might want to think about font, but you also might want to think about sizing. So if I start taking this and moving this around, do this. Now, as you know, one thing I'm going to demand or ask gently is that you don't have the default font. This is probably Myriad Pro. Yep. Stay away from Myriad Pro. That's the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is to change your character. You might decide to download something from, ooh, that's cool, DaFont. I'm probably not going to want to use this one though. Why? Well, because this is not going to cut out well in DaFont. As cool as that looks, I think I could probably do a little bit better than that. So probably something a little bit blocky would work well. So you just have to kind of look and see what you already have and what you can continue to play around with. But I want you to just start to think a little bit about what might work well for your design. The second challenge, once you have this done, is to think a little bit about how you're going to connect everything together. What are you going to do for your border? I'm kind of trying to get people to stay away from borders like this. Not that there's anything wrong with them. I think they're fine. But could you, for example, think about making your border a little bit more artistic? Look at that. So it's not just like square, we're done. Again, not that there's anything wrong with it, but I really love these borders here. Shape Builder, Pathfinder are going to be your friends in this project. All right? So it's just something to get you guys started on your designs, which could be so many different things.